Well, we're only days away from the official start of winter, and while you worry about winterizing your home, your car, and making sure your family members stay warm, don't forget about your pets. And joining us now is the director of Memphis Animal Services, Susie Hollenbach. Good to have you with us here.
Thank you for having us.
Good.
Welcome back. We're so glad you're here. So what does the City of Memphis ordinances say about outdoor dogs?
Well, our outdoor pets, outdoor dogs, have to have adequate shelter and, of course, food and water. The water can't be frozen. The dog house requirement is that the dog has room to stand up, turn around, has 3 walls, a roof, and a floor. And the state law now requires that it have bedding. So straw is the recommended bedding, and that absorbs any moisture and keeps anything from freezing inside. You don't want to use cloth or blankets or anything like that, because when those temperatures drop, cloth is wet, it's going to turn to ice.
Right.
So yeah, when the temperatures drop, we do encourage the pet owners to bring their pets inside, especially short-haired breed dogs, pit bulls, things like that. They do not do well in the cold temperatures, and unfortunately we see so many just not survive it. So
that's right.
We encourage, once that temperature hits 32 degrees, to bring those pets indoors.
If it's too cold for you, it's too cold for them.
Absolutely. And I tell pet owners, and have for a long time, that if you see that your dog is shaking, it's having trouble controlling its body temperature, you need to get the pet indoors to get the temperature under control.
Okay. And what about common mistakes that people make that they may not even realize they're doing for their pets? Can you point out some of those?
Well, one thing that we recommend is use straw, not hay. Hay tends to hold moisture, and again, that's going to turn to ice. There is a difference, and most of your feed stores only sell straw, so that's a good thing. But also, again, the blankets. So many pet owners think we'll put some fleece and put some comforters in there, and again, once they get wet, that's ice. So it can be a danger to the pets.
So if we're driving through our neighborhoods and we see a pet in wintry conditions that is outdoors and appears to be in trouble, or we can, see clearly that the conditions are going to be hazardous possibly to this animal, what should they do?
They need to call 545-COPS, 545-2677. All animal control calls out of Memphis are dispatched from 545-COPS. But this is a way, even if we didn't have enough animal control officers, police can get involved in that situation. What we do encourage is that if you're seeing those pets now that you don't feel like have adequate shelter, make the calls now, because once we get an influx, when the temperatures drop, it's hard for us to get to everyone. So make those calls now, before the temperatures or the weather gets extreme.
Okay, and Memphis Animal Services has a big event coming up.
Yes.
Was it a 4-day or 3-day event?
It's 3-day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
It's home for the holidays. It is a way for us to possibly get as many pets home for the holidays before Christmas next week, and help us to get some more space available, get these dogs out of the cold, and just free up space, honestly. But we want to help as many pets into fosters or adopters. We will have Santa Claus there on Saturday. If you adopt a pet or foster a pet, you can get your picture made with Santa. And then we also have a stocking stuffer station, so you can come and pick out what your pet needs, fill that stocking, and it's another little surprise.
And this will be at MAS too?
Yes, this is at Memphis Animal Services, but we're also hosting it at 2 other locations, Hollywood Feed in Collierville and the Wolf Chase PetSmart. So we have other dogs at those locations, so we're getting out into the community to have more opportunity.
And tell us about the dates and the times and for each of them.
It starts this Saturday, 12 to 4 Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday and Tuesday 1 to 6. And we're not generally open on Monday, but we're making the accommodation this Monday to try to help in this event and get more pets home.
That's brilliant. All right, so of course people can come to the shelter, adopt a pet. What are your, I should ask this, you already just said the hours. What should they expect when they come?
Well, of course, we have all of our employees ready, extra staff ready and available to introduce you to pets. If you need to bring in your pet to meet, maybe a potential adoption, we want you to help, we help introduce those pets to try to make this as successful as possible, and the dog can stay at home when you get there. So this is a good way for us to help for the holidays, help these pets get into homes, and to free up space for the pets in the community that need our help.
Very good. Well, Susie Hollenbach, thank you so much for coming in. Really
Thank you
appreciate
for having me.
Come back again sometime.
Absolutely.
And
we
happy
appreciate
holidays
you.
to you.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays indeed. And they're going to be damp holidays if you're celebrating holidays right now, because our man, meteorologist Eric Brill, is standing by, and the shot he has on camera is mighty damp. Eric?